Good morning. Welcome to another edition of the FSU Simicast. Hope everybody had a good New Year's weekend. Anyways, this is a little bit of the Orange Bowl aftermath, a little recap, I guess, if you will. Would have done it over the weekend, but too much stuff going on, mainly hungover. But anyways, what a ridiculous game that was, obviously. And right now, if you're on any kind of social media, you may be seeing Michigan fans just screaming to the heavens about how they didn't have peppers available and how Jake Butt was lost. And if you're like me, you were tired of hearing that during the game. So why the fuck are we still hearing it now? All right? Michigan was fortunate to be in that game. That sounds like some FSU homer opinion, but it's not. Look at the box score. Michigan had 252 yards of total offense. They averaged 3.4 yards per play, their second lowest output of the season. FSU gifted them a field goal with Nooney Murray's muffed punt at the fucking 1, an inexplicable pick 6 by Francois, and a blocked extra point that was returned for 2 points. Three things that rarely happen. Francois threw just 6 picks. That pick 6 was just ridiculous. It was a gift. The insane muff punt, as I said, and the block extra point. Aguayo hadn't missed an extra point all season, let alone have one blocked and returned. All right, that's 12 points right there. Michigan fans, you should feel fortunate it wasn't 33-20, all right? FSU dominated the line of scrimmage in this game. Was no one else watching that? And Peppers, I wanted Peppers to play badly so I could watch Cook just smoke his ass. Peppers is so overrated, it's not even fucking funny. Ooh, he can play all over the field. He can play linebacker, nickelback, fucking safety, quarterback. All right. So he's versatile. So he's good at some things, but great at nothing. That's what I'm seeing. That's what I'm hearing. And it's no surprise that I'm starting to see people's mocks, people's scouting reports getting tweeted out where Peppers is falling. They're starting to look at film now. It's, season's basically over. Looking at tape, like, this guy maybe not be a consensus top 5, top 10 pick. Like, no shit. What'd the guy have? 60 something tackles and one pick on the year? Oh, but he's versatile. Oh, he's versatile. Forget the fact that FSU's injury report was like 3 times as long as Michigan's going into the game. And then during the game, FSU lost 3 starters. Lost their starting wide receiver Tate, their starting guard, and they lost Marshall to a fucking bullshit targeting call. Okay? So before the game and even during the game, FSU lost more players or didn't have them available. So any Michigan fans that are out there saying that, God, ridiculous, man. So many fucking excuses. Like, no. Before the game, all I heard was Michigan's going to dominate. Michigan's going to dominate. I thought Michigan could win, but at no point did I think they could dominate. I saw Michigan's offense the last month of the year, and I love the way our defense matched up against them. I will say this, my prediction was wrong. I said 27-20 FSU. I didn't know that FSU would gift 12 points to them, or else they would have had 20. Then late in the game, FSU had 27. I was like, oh shit. Either way, ridiculous. It was a ridiculous game either way. Entertaining, and never again, ESPN, never again have Brian Greasy do a Michigan game. I'm amazed he and the other guy, what was it, Steve Levy, were able to announce this game with Jabril Pepper's dick in their mouths. Like, honestly, I'm surprised they got out as many words as they did. Like, no. If you can't be impartial when commentating on your alma mater, then you shouldn't be doing the game. All game, Michigan's injuries, just completely ignoring FSU's injuries. Fucking ridiculous. Dalvin Cook was Cook at over 200 yards. Francois was quite frankly awful, not very good. But as I said before the game, I said if he can contribute on the ground and do enough in the passing, and Cook gets his, I like FSU's chances. That's exactly what happened. Cook got his. Francois did enough by by the way of the big play, the 90-yard TD pass, and then of course a couple other long throws. It seemed like every other completion was 10, 15, 20 yards. Like when you have over 200 yards on 9 completions, yeah, that's throwing the ball down the field. So he did enough in that regard, and he did chip in with the rushing touchdown. So on offense, that's almost exactly like almost went to script. I didn't think Francois would go 9 of 27, but I thought this would be something like the game he would have. You know, maybe 200-ish yards and a little bit on the ground, and then Cook just that 3rd and 20, what, 2 or 3. You figure, oh, they're gonna hand it off and then punt. Just explodes. I'm gonna miss Cook in his 5th gear, man. He just hits that 5th gear and he's gone. Michigan was lucky to even get him out of bounds. Like that one guy's just, oh, I have the angle, and just barely got him out. And the Michigan fans were also talking about Pepper's not even our best player. We got 2-time All-American, whatever their cornerback is. Yeah, the same guy that Nooney Murray burnt and mossed on that last second touchdown. Yeah, Michigan, Jesus. You're a good team, but damn, you just the fans that are out there throwing the Peppers and crap or the Jake Butt bullshit. Stop. You lost. You fucking lost. Sorry. Sorry, I'm not sorry, actually. So FSU's finishes the season 10-3. They're going to be ranked in the top 10 at the end of the year. And, well, it's a disappointing season, but all in all, you'll take the top 10 ranking at the end of the year and another 10-win season. This is the 5th consecutive 10-win season and 6th in 7 years under Jimbo Fisher. So, I mean, 10 wins is the floor. I think Seminole fans can confidently say that now. It's literally just 1 year Jimbo has failed to win 10 games. So that's kind of nice when the floor is 10. It's going to be a long off season. Long off season. It always is, but especially when you got Bama week 1. Like, I feel like, I mean, this game is obviously 8, 9 months away. Fully expect Bama to win, but it doesn't mean I'm any less excited for the chance to perhaps beat them. Don't see it happening. I just, how you can't pick against Bama. I mean, especially when it's the first game, when Saban has all that time to prepare, and he has a ridiculous track record for whether it's big week 1 games or bowl games. When he has time to prepare, he usually dominates. Either way, I will try and go to that game. Tickets will probably be starting at 200. Who knows? Either way, I'd be willing to go. It's in the brand new Falcon Stadium, and I think it goes without saying, FSU probably won't play a Saban-coached Bama team again. I mean, when's the next time they would put them on their schedule? Who knows? And who knows how much longer Saban will be around? Maybe a few years. Who know? Probably not long enough to play him again. So, if you have a chance to go to the game, I recommend you go. It's not often you get to watch your team go up against a dynastic team like Bama, you know. And I think FSU could keep it competitive, depending on what injuries FSU has coming out of fall camp, what the new running backs are looking like. I expect Akers to get some playing time in that game. Does the O-line sound like it's good to go week 1? I mean, it did play good down the stretch. Oh, yeah, one more thing on the Michigan game. The O-line. I mean, this is a legit good game. Michigan has a good defensive front 7. There's no question about it. And the O-line did a good job. Francois wasn't 9 of 27 because the O-line sucked. So I got to give credit where credit's due. And I'm still not 100% sold on the defense making the complete turnaround. It's improved. There's no doubt about that. But I'm still not going to be like flip the switch and be a Charles Kelly supporter. Call me when he at least slows down a spread offense with a mobile QB. Just call me. And at that point, if he does, I'll be like, all right, maybe he's finally made the adjustment and has figured this out. But until then, so far, the improvement came against pretty much all non-spread teams with immobile quarterbacks. FSU just seems to do well against those. That's just the way they seem to match up. But we'll find out quickly. Jackson is going to be back. He can't declare, so won't be long. We'll find out next year. Can Kelly and the defense slow that type of offense, that type of quarterback down? Not asking him to like shut him down, but can you slow that type of quarterback and offense down? Just slow it down. Either way, I'm curious to see if Jimbo makes any hires or if he fires anybody. I don't know if that's going to happen. I really hope he hires another special teams coordinator because Jay Graham, who also acts as the running backs coach, needs to just walk away from the special teams. Don't even get anywhere near it. Special teams were just bad this year. I mean, kickoff returns were okay, but the punting is just so bad, whether it's returning it or even kicking it for that matter. Like, what are you teaching these kids? Like, why is Nooney Murray sprinting towards the goal line like he's fucking Willie Mays headed out to center field to catch a punt? Is he not taught, hey, it's going over the 10, just let it ride? I mean, I don't understand. And Tyler, who apparently has like a leg out of this world, was pretty much pulling a Case and Beatty freshman through junior year. Like, did he even average 40 punts this year? Like, what are these kids being taught? And I mean, it's one thing Tyler, doesn't kick it far. That already screws a return team. But then you still have all those great athletes, and yet, what was FSU? Close to last in the entire FBS and like punt returns allowed or punt return average. Like, it was just not good. I hope some special teams is addressed in some fashion. Either way, enough negative stuff. A disappointing season to be sure, considering expectations. And losing to UNC at home is inexcusable when you have this this type of talent on the roster. But it feels nice to at least close the year out with a victory over a top 10 opponent. A top 10 opponent that has a fan base that keeps making excuses, but that's okay. I expect FSU to start somewhere in the top 10 next year in the preseason. You lose Cook, he's already declared. Walker's gone, obviously. Marquez White is gone. But you do return the bulk of the team. You get Derwin James back, obviously. That's huge. We'll see how this recruiting class shapes up the last month. A lot of momentum right now. There's already guys that are popping up that I hadn't seen before on the radar. I mean, I thought it maybe could happen. You pick up 2 5-stars in a matter of 5 days. The other prospects start to notice that, and of course, when they play with each other at these all-star games, they all start talking. So hopefully FSU closes strong. I'm pretty sure they will. They should wind up with the top 5 class, or top 6 at worst, top 7 maybe. Anyway, have a good off season. I'll be back on here if any other big news happens before signing day. Otherwise, could be a while. I could just wait till signing day to like recap the class. But I mean, football is pretty much a 365 sport these days, so I'll be on here throughout the off season, definitely by signing day, as I said. And then of course you have spring practice, spring game, and then before you know it, you're heading into fall camp. And we'll see how it goes. Well, till next time, this has been another FSU Simicast. I'm out.